Jugs and I are not in the States. And I saw this article come out in the States where it said, the title says, cable companies can no longer rent you the router that you already own. And I was like, what? so apparently it was still allowed that if you bought your router in the States, some companies were still allowed to charge you a rental fee. So it wasn't until December 20th that they made that a thing that you weren't allowed to do anymore as a cable provider.
And nobody yeah. Of course, see, sorry, Rojas, that's the U.S. Canada, to be like, what? I'm getting charged $5 for something I already own?
They'd be like, sorry, yeah?
No. We cheap up here. We look at our bills.
I don't know which company does that, because I know with Spectrum, the one that we're using right now is I could use my own modem and router and I don't get charged for it. I know Spectrum is going weird. There's like two parts of Spectrum. You have like Time Warner and then you got Comcast, but they're both owned by Spectrum. So depending if you're on the Time Warner side or the Comcast side, one of them will allow you to use your own modem and router, where the other one does not allow you, but won't charge you to use theirs. But the bill is a little bit higher than normal. It's just like, I thought you guys aren't charging me. They're like, we're not. We're just charging you a little bit more for your internet. It's like, why?
The article stated that it was a Frontier in particular that was notorious for charging customers $10 a month, even if they had their own equipment.
Now that makes sense. Frontier is garbage. Frontier sucks.
So in the lines of we're talking about service providers and stuff like that, what do you guys know are your opinion on the SpaceX, the rural internet connections that Elon Musk has put out, that the network and the satellites? See, the only reason why it's not happening in Canada right now is because we're waiting on Spectrum. Spectrum won't release something that he needs to actually be fully in Canada, but it's in the States, and some people have it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I haven't looked too much into it yet.
Well, it's all rural, and they were saying that they were hoping, and about speeds of 50 megabits, and they're getting average between 50 and 160 rural. So like rural locations that don't have services that previously would be used in like Bell or another type of satellite service or things like that. The only difference is you have to buy. There's an investment right off the bat. You have to buy their equipment, and then it's like $100 a month or something like that. But in Canada, like I have a friend who lives 30 minutes away, and their internet is just crap. No matter what they use, the services that go out there, they can't get more than it fluctuates at 212. And I told them about this, and they looked into it, and they said it's not yet available because of Spectrum, because Spectrum in Canada owns rights to some of the frequencies that they need. So they have to get that, because they got approval from, like the CRTC and all stuff like that. And as soon as Spectrum releases that, boom, they're going to get it. It's available to them. Boom. Yeah. And but friends that are right near the US and Canada border that are rural are getting 160 megabits download and things like that. So they're able to do all that. And it's all satellite views, like satellite. And they're not the only one. There's other ones that are coming out. 3 other big league players are putting up systems.
Yep. I thought Amazon was also looking into something like this as well too.
They already have satellites going up, but it won't be done
in
2022 or something.
I think that there's a lot of people that do just general browsing, right? Great. Don't need super low latencies and all that stuff. This is going to be great for like 99% of the population. But there's a lot more people today than ever before that are doing content creation. And I have these conversations all the time with Rojas. I'm like, great. You can give me, even on regular providers, you can give me a gig down, 1.5 down. What the hell is my upload speed? And I'm legit upset about this, because I spent a whole day. I live in the city, right? Like where I live, I'm pretty much a city with 700,000 people in Canada. That's a city. I know that's probably rural in the States, but I struggled for a whole day searching what was the highest upload speed I could get. And the highest one I could get was through a business plan at 50 megabytes a second. My girlfriend lives in the country, legit, by the native reserves. And because she's got a brand new provider that's in her area, she's able to get 200 down and 200 up. And I'm like, whoa, hold the horses. I'm in the city and I'm struggling with 10 megabytes up. And if I want to get up to 50, I have to spend, 12 times more than what I'm spending right now. It's just ridiculous. And then she's in the rural side. And like, it's great, but I think that there has to be a change when it comes to internet as a whole for how society is starting to use it more. I mean, even if people are not monetizing what they're doing on the internet, there's a lot more of us creating content like TikTok and Snapchat and whatever you're doing on the internet these days than ever before. OnlyFans, whatever it is that you do, you're uploading more content than ever before.
How do you know about my OnlyFans page?
Because I'm your only fan, Jug.
I show off my beard.
He's like, I want the jug plug.
Oh God.